Sommerville with the Victorian Roses Ladies Ride Society. I'm the founder of the club, and we have LaDonne here with us, who's been with us for the last 15 years as well. She is one of our honorary members.
My name is Grandma.
My name is Grandma Rose. I'm Velvet Rose. And Grandma Rose has a lot of knowledge about side saddles, so we thought we would kind of pick her brain a little bit and have her give us some of her knowledge on some of the side saddles we have. How did you get started and learn side saddle?
I bought a Western side saddle.
It's a steel saddle, which is from Maggie. We couldn't find side saddles you know, that could fit our standard horses that we have now, because everything's so narrow, and you know, they're older, so they're all breaking down. And so she developed a tree, and she makes side saddles.
Yeah. I bought a Western side saddle and put a tapadero on the stirrup.
Oh wow.
To turn it more like Western.
Yeah.
To turn it more like nowadays saddle.
Yeah.
Instead of as old it was. And then I worked for some people, and they had a white side saddle. And it was just a side saddle. It didn't have this on it, you know, it was just a side saddle.
What kind of horse did you ride that side saddle on?
I was training Arabians at that time. This saddle is very comfortable. That's because it's a Western saddle.
So what would she use on these? A back cinch?
Yeah, but you have to attach it to the front cinch so it won't slide backwards. You can't have anything slide backwards. So whatever you put on there has to be attached to the front cinch. Your backbone must be exactly the same as the horse's backbone. Just because it's called side saddle does not mean you ride it side saddle. You ride it with your spine directly in line with the horse's spine. And that's what you do.
Now on side saddle?
Because you're riding, the horse's backbone is here.
Right. And that's one thing I learned when I was starting to do it, is you kind of feel a little off kilter, and your body kind of gets like, oh, this is not feeling normal. But once you do it for a while, it becomes, you know, something that you get used to doing, and automatically you do it. Like, okay, you feel like you're sitting like this, but like that's, and then when you put your leg here, how would you, if your horse started bucking, how would you secure yourself?
With your legs.
With your leg, and you just
First of all, don't ride a horse that will buck.
Good advice. Good advice. Maybe explain what these are and what these are called.
Leaping horns.
Squeeze together and keep your alignment.
Shit.
Oh, here we go. Stop it. Got it. Do you mount? Do you sit on and swing your leg over? What's the best way to mount?
When the man lifts you up, he lifts you up and you set your butt there and then put your leg over this.
Okay.
You never sit on this thing astride.
Victorian aspects of it, you never sit on it astride. Have a groom that can help you lift you up. On today's...
Then stay in the house.
Jesus.
No, somebody is supposed to lift you up.
Okay. All right. That's what we need to do then.
I think I used...
The stepping... So if we used a step stool to get in the saddle, would it be, safety-wise, would it be okay to put the leg over and then grip?
Modern day.
Modern day. Okay.
Modern day, when you don't have somebody to lift you up.
This side saddle was gifted to me by a lady that I met on Facebook. It's got a long story to it, but it was her mother's. So I thought it would be interesting to bring it and show LaDonne one that's got to be an original.
Do you like this saddle?
I do. I love the history behind it, and it's special. And I love that it's got this curve here. I feel it would keep me in the saddle more. I feel like it does fit me. But I thought it was interesting to share and get your opinions on it, or any knowledge you can share about it.
I love this saddle, but it's been repaired.
Yeah.
Which is good because now it's still alive.
Yeah. So tiny feet back then, tiny stirrups.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why does it mean so much to you to pass knowledge about side saddles?
To keep history alive.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't, I was going to say you can't barrel race in it, you can't rope a cow on it, but who cares?
Who cares?
Because back in those days, they didn't do that. They had somebody lift them on. You rode aside. You know why you rode aside?
It was not proper for a lady to
Ride astride.
ride astride. When you started riding side saddle, what was the main type of riding in your era? Was there more ladies riding astride? I'm just trying to pinpoint why you would choose side saddle. If that was a normal thing, or if it was something that you thought was so cool and interesting you wanted to try. Trying to figure out your timeline of riding side saddle.
It was a class and an Arab show.
Okay.
The reason I started riding side saddle is because it was given to me. And there were side saddle classes in the Arabian division. So, yeah, I can ride side saddle. Never been on one before.
So you were intrigued by it.
It's a saddle, just get on it.
How old were you when you started riding side saddle?
Daddy used to take me to the boarding stable, yeah. He took me there several times because I was horse crazy.
Did you learn how to ride side saddle yourself, or did you learn from someone else?
There was a man that lived down the street, gave me a book that his kids had scribbled in on side saddles.
Okay. Well, we're going to wrap it up. Is there any knowledge that you are holding in your head that you want to share so we can keep the history going?
Ride with your spine in the same direction your horse's spine is.
Okay.
Rather than back.
Yeah.
Because you want to sit in this saddle the same as if you'd have had your leg over and ride properly. You never stop learning, including me.
Well, thank you very much for taking your time with us today and giving us some of your knowledge. Any final thoughts?
Everything I say is my opinion.
Go out and learn.
Some of it is absolutely correct and some of it's not.
There you have it. Thanks for joining us. We hope we answered some of your questions. Thank you, LaDonne. Appreciate you coming with us today, and thank you.